Saw you paint a picture of a face, a face I wasn't
Hai teman-teman, apa kabar kalian semuanya pada hari ini? Mudah-mudahan kalian semua sehat ya, seperti kami juga kan?
We're both fine, and so today we are going to do something slightly different. We're going to show you some examples of English porcelain or pottery.
So, apa yang akan kita ceritakan pada hari ini adalah salah satunya adalah ini ya teman-teman. Ini adalah satu koleksi yang namanya
Royal Albert.
Royal Albert or Country Roses ya.
Country Roses.
Iya, Country Roses ya, dimana ini dibuat di Stoke-on-Trent, yaitu oleh siapa tuh ya? Aku lupa lagi deh. Si Tim bakal ceritain ke kamu.
Well, let me explain a little bit about the history, a very short history lesson. That is that in Britain, the pottery industry was concentrated around the city of Stoke-on-Trent.
Yeah.
And it started about 300 years ago. And there, the material there, the clay, was just right for making pottery. And therefore, the industry grew up very strongly around there. There were many, many famous potters who came from Stoke-on-Trent. So this is a marvellous design. I mean, it's very popular. It's one of the most popular designs. It's very much an old English design. I mean, it's kind of very traditional, but it's very, very popular, and the colours are very, very nice. And so this is still one of the best sellers for quality pottery in Britain. Now, I want to turn now to another pottery, and this comes from not Stoke-on-Trent, but somewhere not too far away from the city of Derby.
Okay. Yang mana yang ini kan?
Yes.
Crown Derby.
This is Crown Derby, and this is also a very famous pottery organisation, pottery company. And again, it's about, well, it was founded about 1750, as was the Royal Albert factory, and therefore it's they have brought out many, many different designs.
Ya, dan juga ini ya teman-teman, kalian bisa lihat ya, di pinggirnya ini adalah emas ya teman-teman. Dan emas, dan lihat detail dari batu. Jadi dengan desain ini kalian bisa kayak misalnya mau begini ditempelkan atau begini ya, karena semuanya adalah bunga ya. Dan juga ada lagi masih Crown Derby dengan bentuk lain.
It's called the Japanese pattern. Because it's, I suppose, a very complicated pattern. I suppose some of the designs were inspired by Japanese designs, and that's a very popular design.
Namun seperti misalnya yang ini nih ya, yang ini kan.
This is also Crown Derby.
Ini adalah Crown Derby ya teman-teman.
And finally, let's go to another pottery design, also from Stoke-on-Trent, where I mentioned before. But this particular design is probably also known in Indonesia, and in England we call it the willow pattern. The story is that there was a very rich man, and he had a beautiful daughter, and there was a very poor man who was the secretary to this very rich man, and he fell in love with the daughter, and she fell in love with him. But of course the father was firmly opposed to their union, firmly opposed to them being together, and so he invited a duke from another land to come to marry her. But anyway, the two lovers, they escaped together, and they ran over a bridge, which is there visible on the design, and they ran away and they escaped. But much later on, they escaped to another land, but much later on, the father found them, and both of them were put to death. But they're now immortalised in the pair of doves above, and so that is the symbol of their eternal love. So it's an interesting story, maybe a little sad, but certainly it's a very nice kind of image, really. Right then, Fina, well, there's a short lesson in a very well-known English tradition of making pottery, and I'm sure you also have the same in your countries, including in Indonesia.
Sampai jumpa lagi minggu depan, hari Jumat, dan jangan lupa selalu jaga kesehatan. Dan thank you untuk kalian yang sudah like dan komen, dan untuk kalian yang belum, ayo dong silakan subscribe. Oke, sampai jumpa, take care and bye.